Todd Dunn here on March 3rd, 2018. Today I'm over at Acadia National Park in the Seawall segment here on Mount Desert Island. As you can see, it's a little choppy today, and this is the leftovers of a nor'easter we've been having. However, it doesn't look too bad now. However, this morning at high tide, about 11 o'clock, it was a lot worse, and it was very high tide, and the surf washed over the road. You can see some of the result of that here. Rocks washed up onto the road. This is not bad here, but there's a lot more up a little further. You can also see some big cracks in the road surface. Those have opened up as a consequence of the surf going all the way over the road and then draining out underneath the road and eroding underneath the road. So right now the state has this road closed as a consequence of this damage. And it's still rough out there. You can see the north wind blowing the tops off the waves as they run up the western way. It's pretty choppy out there. I wouldn't want to be out there today. Anyway, as I said, the state has closed this segment of road until they can assess the damage and see just how bad it is. And once they do that, they'll get the rocks off. And I'm going to take a look and show you just what the real damage is in a second. Here we go. This is the edge of the road, but the surf has eroded the rocks away from it. Yeah, you can see we still have some pretty big waves coming in and a lot of wind. So get back up on the road and walk down. You can see a lot more rock here. They will bring in a road grader and remove these rocks as they do their assessment for what repair they need to do. At the very least, they're going to have to rearrange the rocks along the edge of the road, because there's about a 2-foot drop off now that if you went a little too close to the edge, you could end up in the water. Also, the surf ripped some pieces of the edge of the road off and washed them across, and I'll show you those in just a second. So, looking back, see where the rocks are. Now we're getting up close. This gives you an idea of just how big some of the rocks are. That's a pretty good sized rock there. I'll stick my boot on it so you can see just how big it is for reference. So that's about 2 feet long, foot wide, about a foot high. Pretty hefty rock. And that's how powerful the surf was to toss rocks like that up onto the road. You can see that big crack there. And here's some asphalt that was thrown up onto the road, over the road, after it was ripped off the edge. And now we're going to walk over and take a look at the Seawall picnic area. This is the Seawall picnic area where I often come to sit and look at the surf. And this is the spot I usually park in, which is usually rock, but has clearly been overwashed. Whole turnaround's a mess. Okay, I'm at the far side of Seawall picnic area. That's the second natural seawall over there, which is not as easily accessible as the one with the road on it. And you can see where the surf reworked the seawall. I'll zoom in. You can see where the surf has completely reworked the natural seawall there. And that happened about 4 hours ago. Now, this beach, which is all rock now, used to have a fair amount of finer sand and not be too bad a walk. Now it looks pretty rough going. We'll walk back over. See, there's the loop road at the Seawall picnic area. And you can see where the gravel has been washed up over the road. We'll walk over. In the 19 years that I have been here, This has never happened before. This happened today at about 10:30 or 11 at the time of high tide, which was quite a high tide today. And this used to be pretty well packed down from people pulling off onto the gravel. Now, as you can see, it's all been reported. A lot of people out here looking at it. It's quite a curiosity locally. Okay, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, and please subscribe to my channel so I can build my subscriber number.